For more than 100 years, this Tehini factory kept its wheels turning. A family-owned business that passed down through 5 generations is now heading to the unknown.
I really admire to have here is a peace of mind, to know what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, whether I can manage to run my factory or not.
Israel keeps a tight grip on the inputs and outputs of the Palestinian economy. In the last 2 decades alone, the UN says the Israeli restrictions cost the West Bank's economy $50 billion, a large amount for a small economy under occupation. Business owners say they've been abandoned by their government, left battling an uncertain political reality with little support and no compensation. But the Palestinian Authority has been drowning in debt.
It's not just the war, but decades of poor economic policies. 60 to 70% of the Palestinian Authority's budget is dependent on the tax revenues that often get held. Now the government has limited ways to help people financially.
Under US pressure, Israel has released a part of the tax revenues it owes the Palestinians, but it will do little for an already vulnerable economy. In 2023, the cost of living in the West Bank has risen by 4.8%, the unemployment reaching unprecedented levels of 29%.
Even under occupation, people are eager to live a somewhat normal life. This is why Palestinian businessmen invested millions of dollars in Nablus over the past few years to advance tourism. This neighborhood saw new businesses, hotels and restaurants springing up. Now, with a closed military checkpoint at the end of this road, it's become deserted.
The closures imposed after the war have prevented hundreds of thousands of Palestinians living in Israel from coming to the occupied West Bank. It also meant that Palestinian workers cannot go to work in Israel and bring cash to the Palestinian market. Sales in this furniture shop have dropped by 80%. Local sales are almost non-existent. Luckily for Samer Baara, he's sometimes able to sell to Palestinians living inside Israel.
For me now, it's all about survival. I am not even looking towards making profits. I am just trying to prevent my business from a total collapse.
Many believe the US effort to relieve pressure on the Palestinian Authority is meant to prevent the West Bank from reaching a tipping point. With a war in Gaza, daily raids and huge uncertainty, a collapsing economy will only inflame the situation. Nida Ibrahim, Al Jazeera, Nablus, the occupied West Bank.